All right, guys, how you doing? We're going to look at something different today. Right now, we're looking at a chart of the S&P 500, the index on the S&P, and clearly you can see we have a significant drop in the price of the S&P, and we're looking at a chart now. Uh, Now we're looking at a 1 minute chart. Let's go ahead and pull this back, and we're going to look at this on a daily perspective. Okay, now on a daily perspective, we have the S&P 500, and we are sitting now uh, in a range that says that we are more than likely going to rebound for that little drop we have on a 1 minute chart there. But that 1 minute little drop gives us an opportunity to take a position on the S&P 500 for the day and run a spread. Now, we haven't covered a lot of spreads for some of you guys. Spreads are fantastic instruments with Nadex. Spreads are like binary options. They don't take the all or nothing position. You have a set amount that you could make, and depending on how far up or down the scale you go, you'll make that amount, and you have a set amount that you can lose. And where you land on that depends on where the S&P 500 goes. And what I mean is, say we take a spread and we have $30 of risk and $375 worth of profit, and we might end up $40 positive or $3 negative, anywhere in that range. So it's a very good instrument to keep your funds under control, and they offer a much wider selection of profits versus losses. And they have many different strikes that you can take depending on your strategy. Now, personally, I want to take with this S&P 500 call. If I was going to take a spread call, I would take an at the money position and try to gain as much as I can off this. Now, you can also play a position like this with options. You can take an option, basically a buy option, and saying I do not think that the S&P will fall any lower than this. You could do it like we're doing at the money call, or if you think that, well, I'm going to go with the assumption that the S&P will rise. You can take an out of the money call and let price reach that destination for a little bit of money, and you can gain very profitable with that. But one of the things that you need to remember with options versus spreads are going to give you the value that uh, each pip will be worth. Okay, 4 contracts, 4 pips. 1 contract, 1 pip. That is what the spread offers you. So you're able to get in a much larger position using Nadex than you would be, say doing spot forex and placing that many contracts. Oh, excuse me, guys, early in the morning. But last thing before we actually place our trade, I want you to look at the monthly chart on here. Okay, now as you can clearly see, on a monthly basis, we go up on the S&P. The S&P 500 has been rising consistently for quite some time now, and its natural bias has been on the upward momentum since its inception. So let's go and pull this down to a. Oh, we're on a monthly. Okay, so that's what we have on that. Let's go and take our spread position. Okay, now to take a position on the S&P or any uh, market, first thing we do when we go to the Nadex app is market. Now, before we actually do this, let me tell you guys something real quick. With the new rules that Google came out with against binary options, Nadex actually kind of got caught up in that deal. Even though Nadex they're totally legit, they're totally legal, and they are sanctioned by the CFTC here in the United States. Google being a worldwide company, they have banned binary options on the websites or on their app from the App Store. So if you already have a Nadex app already installed, you are able to access both binaries and spreads from the active app. But if you do not have that app installed already, and you go to the Play Store to get the app that they currently have, it will only produce spreads for you. You can still take binary options calls either online or going to the website, going through Chrome, but just the app coming from the store will not do options. So just keep that in mind. If you guys are going to download the Nadex app, you wonder where it is, and it doesn't show you your binaries. So, but it does show you spreads. Spreads is what they run, so that is one reason we are going to show you how to collect the spread that you want. So, app, markets, spreads, and once you got your spreads, here are your subcategories, and we're looking at the S&P 500. That is an indice. All right, so now we want to go ahead and look for the US 500. That is the S&P 500. Now, spreads, time is of the essence when it comes to that. Timing is like everything else in life. Timing is what's important. You don't want to be too late. You don't want to be too early. So right now, we want to give ourselves as much time as possible to be right. And we were looking at, for the day, 4:15 p.m., 6 hours and 56 minutes. We will take that time slot. And here's a quick way, guys. Let me show you something. One of the things about spreads, they offer you such great positions, such great payoffs, because you're always going to give up something to take it. So one of the things I look at is how much am I looking at giving up to get in that position. Let's see what we got right here. Currently, the index is 27.44.8, and here is 27.30, 27.57, 27.10. Now, we are currently once again at 27.48, and I will take an out of the money call at 27.50, and we're going to buy that one. We're going to buy 27.50, and the actual price that we're getting on this now is 27.52, and the indicative is 27.45. Now that's a lot to have to gain before you start making any money, but our maximum loss on that position is $25. Our maximum profit on that position would be $373. So are we willing to give up almost 20 points for $373 worth of profit versus $24 worth of loss? That is up to you to decide. That is what trading is about. Now, I personally will not take this out upon further consideration, because if I pull back and I look at the 27.30 call and we're already at 27.44, and I was to buy that call, well, now your max loss on this position is $162, but you have a maximum profit potential of $241. But here's the kicker: you are already in profit on this to begin with. Now, so if price stays the same or goes up, you will profit on this. So right now we're looking at a buy-in at 27.45, and the indicative is at 27.44. So we are basically taking this at the money. Now, I'm going to place this trade, but because I have $162, that's the max I can lose. I don't have to stand for that. I can leave and close this trade out at any time and still have the same profit potential with 241. So I'm going to go ahead and take this position. All right. So we're not going to actually have, we're going to have $162 of risk, but we're not going to let $162 slip out of our hands. We will close this trade out at negative $62. So we have $62 of risk, $240 of profit potential, and that is how you open, choose, and go into a spread position. So I will get back with you guys at about 10 o'clock.